Hello my dear Armenians, these are the news from Western Armenia, especially for you. My blood is my land is my blood. Armenak Abrahamyan. Key messages from Armenak Abrahamyan's interview. Unending testimony of survival. Meline Manushyan. Heroine and symbol of resistance. Azerbaijani ethnos didn't exist before the Soviet era. Russian journalist Sergey Mardan. Azerbaijanis vandalize Yerits Mankants Monastery in occupied Artsakh. 3,000-year-old Urartian underground sanctuary found near Van. Western Armenia representative meets Raffi Kortoshyan on historic book Akhaltsikhe. Armenians cannot exist without their land. They are born from it. Land carries life and identity. For Armenians, land is the source of meaning. Saying my blood is my land means Armenian identity comes from mountains, stones and fields. Blood represents life and ancestors. Land represents silent, lasting time. The people's memory live in land and the land carries their memory. Being native means living with the land. Identity comes from being born with it. People do not own land, they belong to it. Even after exile, dispossession and genocide, the bond survives. Land may be destroyed, but it lives in memory. Blood keeps the land alive, and the land keeps the blood alive. Author Armenak Abrahamyan. Key messages from Armenak Abrahamyan's interview. Recognition of the genocide against Armenians is legal, historical and moral, not just political. It does not depend on Turkey. Armenians must know their rights and history and not rely on others. Some organizations hid the truth, making Armenians wait and lose time. If we do not reclaim rights today, future generations will not. Legal continuity is essential. The Republic of Western Armenia exists under international law since 1917. Documents prove it. Turkey has long distorted facts with propaganda and fake history. Genocide has no alternative view. May 28 is often misrepresented as a legal Independence Day. No official documents exist. Abrahamyan urges Armenians to focus on law, not just memory, to secure the future. Even at 100 years old, ethnic Salibian continued to tell the story of genocide committed against Armenians, survival and rebirth. Her memories were alive, painful and unbroken. We saw Armenians forced from their homes. I still hear the children crying. Mama, bread, I'm hungry, I want water, my feet will not walk anymore, she said. These horrors did not fade even after a century. Salibian became a symbol of faith, endurance, and the rebirth of Armenian spirit. I am Armenian and I am reborn spirit of my people, she said, leaving a message of hope for future generations. Her story remains a harsh truth and a reminder that the strongest weapon against denial is the survivor's voice. Meline Manushyan's life began in Constantinople and led her to Paris. She became a symbol of the fight for freedom. Her life did not end quickly. She left a legacy for courage, solidarity, and the search for justice. Even 26-year-old after her death, her name inspires generations fighting for freedom. Her writings and story remind people that the question for truth and justice never dies with time. Russian journalist Sergey Mardan stated that the modern Azerbaijani nation did not exist as a distinct people before the Soviet regime. He said that the Azerbaijani national identity was created mainly by Soviet policies. He explained that national identity forms gradually through political, ideological, and state methods. The process intensified when Haydar Aliyev, father of the current president, came to power. Some fun details existed. A former communist leader quickly transformed into a national leader for a people who presumably had no fully formed ethnic identity. Before Soviet power, the Azerbaijani ethnos did not exist as such, Mardan said, emphasizing that today's national identity formed during the 20th century political processes. In Artsakh, Azerbaijani forces desecrated and vandalized the 17th century Yerits Mankants Monastery. Video shows missing church miniatures and crosses on the altar. The lower part of the curved cross is broken and lying on the ground. Sculptures in the right wall niche have fallen face down. Photos show the monastery before and after the destruction. Archaeologists in western Armenia under Garbini Hill discovered a fully preserved Urartian underground sanctuary near a monastery. This site belonged to the ancient Urartian kingdom. Rare images on the walls indicate ceremonial or royal purposes. Preservation efforts, sailings reinforced, environment monitored, protective structure planned against moisture and damage. This site ensures safe future studies and preserve Urartian heritage. Historical importance. It shows that Western Armenia was a key part of Urartian spiritual and state systems. Experts say it is one of the best preserved Urartian sanctuaries, opening a new chapter in Urartian studies. Recently, the Western Armenia representative met with Raffi Kortoshyan, co-founder of the Armenian Architecture Foundation. They discussed Samvel Karapetyan's book, Akhaltsikhe, which began in 1988. Karapetyan studied historical Armenian regions and found gaps in material culture and monuments, especially in field research. The book includes hundreds of inscriptions published for the first time, architectural monuments measured, photographed, and analyzed, including tombstones and khachkars from the 14th century. Today, the book is available in English for public and scholarly use. If you have any questions or want to learn more, you can visit our official link. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow.